anything has become problematic, it's likely there's not one area of your life that's not being affected negatively. If this isn't the case and you're simply interested in how to transition into a new era of your life that doesn't involve alcohol, then I'm still willing to bet you will discover benefits you never would have thought of. Your work, relationships, finances, and friendships will be better, all alongside your own physical and mental health. Remove booze, and there's not one area of your life that's not impacted in a positive way. I know this because I still live it and experience it, and I also see this happening in the lives of so many others. It's incredibly empowering seeing, feeling, and living the improvements that you've created yourself because you decided to ditch just one thing. When you discover how to remove any hold or power alcohol has over you, you will come to see that in reality, all you are giving up is the monotony, the boredom, the predictability, the same old wine-stained shit, the hangovers, the irritability, the disappointment in yourself. And yet you are gaining so much potential in so many areas of your life. It's quite the trade-off. You may well be shouting at me right now, but how the hell am I going to do this? Don't worry. I'm going to help you figure out the answer to that question. For you personally, as we are all different, and I'm not suggesting we all have the same relationship with booze, or that what works for one person is necessarily right for another. I have been where you are. I totally understand your fears, worries, and anxieties. But I also know you've 100% got the power within you to change it all. Perhaps the thought of never drinking alcohol again right now sounds overwhelming and out of reach. It might not even be something you particularly want to aim for at the moment, and that is perfectly okay. It took me a good couple of years before I decided I was never drinking again. If you're reading this as a regular drinker who feels stuck in a rut, I've been where you are more times than I care to remember. And the last thing I expected was to not want to drink again, for it to be a decision that I was happy, proud, and confident to make, and to actually say it out loud when asked. We all have a choice, and my choice now is not to drink. In time, this might be yours too. Alcohol brings nothing positive to my life, and I no longer want to drink. It's not a daily battle. It's not difficult. I just don't drink. It's that simple, and yet it's liberating and brings untold freedom. Too much good stuff happened once I stopped, and there's now no way on this planet that I would trade that for anything, especially for something that would leave me worse off both mentally, physically, and in the pocket too. But none of that has made me forget that it can feel hugely overwhelming to commit to a lifetime of sobriety, which is why that's not something you need to do. What I am going to ask you to do, though, is consider committing to 100 days booze-free. I'll explain more about the rationale behind this shortly, but since going sober, I've spoken to many people who've quit, and almost everyone says that 100 days is the life-changing tipping point, when you will begin to look only forward rather than back at your drinking days with rosé-tinted glasses. Don't worry if this seems a lot right now. We're going to walk through it together. Learning what life is like without booze, what you are like without regularly cracking a can or opening a bottle, is always going to be a valuable thing to do. It's just that 100 days is where the true life-changing magic begins to happen. The greater the distance you put between yourself and that last drink you had, the more unwilling you become to compromise the positives you're experiencing and the person you're beginning to unveil. I once truly thought life without alcohol would be boring and not a single person could tell me any different. Had they even dared to try, I wouldn't have listened to their utter nonsense anyway. Oh, the stuff I believed, the pedestal I placed alcohol on, the importance I gave it in my life. Sharing this with you now, honestly, makes me want to boil my own head because of how wrong I was. Life without alcohol is not boring, it's glorious, and if only I'd done it sooner. Alcohol well and truly had me in its grip, yet for so many wasted years, I didn't even realise it.